What exactly do people mean when they discuss the idea that consciousness is everywhere? What do different philosophies point towards when they say that you and I are the same, that everything that's inside of us is all the same? What does that even mean? In this video, I am going to explain to you guys and talk about how consciousness is present everywhere and how is that even possible. So let's get started. This is a really difficult concept to understand, so I'm going to use a diagram to make sense of it because this is what helps me understand it significantly better. So this is just a basic diagram that I'm going to use. So first, I would like for you to imagine consciousness as something formless. Something that's not an object, something that you can't point to, something that doesn't have a shape. But it exists everywhere. It's everywhere in the universe. But it's not in somewhere. It's like an underlying field that's everywhere. Now, just for the sake of understanding, think of it like a white cloud or air or something like air. Like this is what I drew. It's like there's waves. Think of it as waves. It's everywhere. It's surrounding everything. So now, since consciousness is formless, it cannot experience itself. If you don't have a form, how do you perceive the universe? So that's where the vessels come in. The vessels like you and I, like the plants and animals and everything that I have drawn here and more. So here we have animals, plants, stars, galaxies, the grass, everything that we see. Consciousness takes its form. Consciousness steps into it to become a perspective and understand this universe from that perspective. So these vessels essentially allow consciousness to experience the universe. So in a way, consciousness is appearing as you. In Hindu philosophies, this is often explained through the idea of atma, or the soul. So here, I have drawn how consciousness has to become an atma. Like atma can be described as a certain specific manifestation of consciousness. So atma is a localized expression of the universal consciousness. The atma in you is consciousness experiencing the world as you. The atma in me is consciousness experiencing the world as me. And it's the same for stars and galaxies and the Milky Ways, for everything. This explains why the particles in our body is the same as the particles in stars, because it's literally the same. This is why you and I are the same, because when stripped off of everything that's external that we see, we are nothing, we don't exist. That's why Buddhism says that we don't exist, because when stripped off of our senses, we are just one, we are just brahman, and that brahman is consciousness. It's this one thing that is the same in all of us, which is why you are not separate from the universe. You are the universe, just like I am. So how I put it here, consciousness wants to know what it is like to be a star. What it is like to be John. What is it like to be a fox? And so it takes that form. I recently read this beautiful quote which said that we are sugar, imagining ourselves as something separate, to taste sugar and know its sweetness. And because sugar can't taste itself, so we have to take another form. So everything is you and everything is in the mind, which is why time and space, these are all constructs of our mind. And I will explain that in the next video.